What's going on, everybody? It's Kyle here, aka The Woodshed, bringing you guys another video. Today, we are going to take a look at the one attack strategy that has been brought to my attention that might be about to replace Skybird. And you guys, so many people are not going to be surprised by this, but I really was when I started using this the other day. So, without further more, let's get into it. Now, I know some of you guys are going to hate me for this, and I don't like it either. We're using Electro Dragons. I used it basically all day yesterday, or for the most part yesterday, and I got 5 or 6 3 stars. I mean, it was impressive how many of them I got. I just attached my Super Archer blimp to it like I do with everything else. And so this base right here is essentially a max 14, new 15. It has the monolith, it has the eagle upgraded, but everything else is basically max 14 status, so it's not super high end. But by no means was this a pushover. I Super Archer blimp down here in the corner, close to the sweepers and to the town hall. Of course, I want to get a hold of the town hall, that single inferno, any of the clan castle I can get a hold of. Of course, was going to be just a huge benefit for me. Get a hold of the sweepers. You can actually even see that they're actually going to get rid of that ice hound, which is going to be very nice for me as far as in this raid goes. Super Archers are still just cleaning up a little bit. They actually end up taking out that air sweeper. As soon as I see that air sweeper's gone, I focus to where I'm going to attack, which is going to be in the top right, the 12 to 3 o'clock side of the base up here in this corner. I'm going to put down my balloons first. Now, some people doing this don't put down balloons first, and they put them in behind for the fact of some extra value. I'm using it for the fact of finding some air mines. So they're essentially cocoons, which is why I only have a few of them. I put a E-Dragon down here on the side. To kind of help create a little bit of funnel, put down all my heroes behind them like I kind of would with the Skybird. Wait till I get a little bit further into the base to actually hit my ward and be able to get as much value as I can with it. So my Electro Dragon can get some big chain value. I'm surprised by how many of these bases in Legends League. Not to be fair, I was only floating around that 5200 trophy range, but I was so surprised by how many of these were actually had chain lightning value like that with the Electro Dragons, and I didn't realize I have not realistically used Electro Dragons, not at this level since I still had a heroes upgrade. So since whenever the update was that put the extra 5 hero levels on there, I haven't had to use Electro Dragons since then. But as you can see, I guess. Oh, pardon me. But since they've leveled up, I mean. Or since I've leveled up and just pairing them with my heroes being able to do so much of the heavy lifting. I mean, you can see my king and queen both still have an ability. We'll speed it up here a little bit because the rest of it's relatively simple. There's not a whole lot to do to it, which is the only downside. But because the heroes are so strong, Electro Dragon as a meta might be coming back. I mean, I know it's always been a safe strategy. It's never been one that's particularly hard to use. But it might be making a comeback. I'm going to show you guys another replay too. So we have another replay, exact same army composition. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, where I'm going to kind of dive in on the town hall. Coco Loon first, just to test for any bombs. Put down my invis right before that sweeper comes into me. Get down my couple of clones, another invis, and I'm just going to get as much value as I humanly can with these Super Archers and that blimp, which is, again, if you guys don't know how to do it, by the way, there's a tutorial on my channel. Highly recommend you look it up, especially if you're in that 13, 14, 15 range as far as your town halls go. It is stupid strong. It is definitely something you should be trying to figure out. And this is a base that with Skybird I did regularly struggle with. Now this one's also in that town hall 14.5, new town hall 15 range. It has some of its defenses a higher level, but a lot of it's just a max 14. Minus walls. Walls don't matter to me because I'm using air anyway, so I don't count those. Same thing, one E-Dragon on either side, really just to kind of help set a funnel, get some extra value. Hold off on the ward ability a little bit. I didn't hold off on them as much on this one as I would have liked to, but I'm still going to get a ton of value out of it because that monolith is right there, because that single inferno is right there, the eagle's coming down. Still going to get a ton of value out of it, and I don't know that the E-Dragons are really what makes this attack so dangerous. I mean, obviously they do, because E-Dragons aren't super hard to use. They're relatively people friendly, but I think on top of that, right, just having max level heroes just is really what does it, is what seals the deal for it. in my opinion. I mean, just the fact, like, look at my Royal Champion still alive. 70-80% into this battle. I mean, that's absolutely absurd. And with her having the Phoenix, even more so, the only thing that's left down there to even stop me is a couple of, I mean, there's only a Wizard Tower, a Cannon. They could bother my Queen, an Archer Tower, but that's going to get taken out. I still got a couple of E-Dragons left, so we're going to speed up through the last little bit of this. But just the amount of value that these guys are able to create while being supportive, or supported by the heroes, is obnoxious. Now, I do think it requires max level heroes, and I do think it requires high level E-Drags. I use this on my other Town Hall 15, my Rush Town Hall 15, and don't get nearly as far with it. Because my heroes aren't as high level and the Electro Dragons aren't as high level. So it's one of those two. I'm pretty sure it's both, though. But it's a nice combination. We're going to see one more look at the Electro Dragons. Alright, so we're back and possibly with the last replay. This base is not one I see very often in Legends League. This one is also, for the most part, is max 15 minus, the heroes. Or not, although they're not drastically upper level except for the Royal Champion. Everything else is within a reasonable point, and the bomb towers are pretty low level. But everything else is at a decent level. Same thing, I'm going to Super Archer Blip in here. Just barely, as you can see where my Super Archers are. That I'm actually avoiding that poison tower, but just by the skin of my butt. So I'm going to actually get the value on the Town Hall, and hopefully on some of that Clan Castle, and that, maybe even that poison tower would be nice. I don't think I'm that lucky when it comes to this one. Oh, am I? I am. Oh, my lord. I'm just built different, apparently, whatever day it was. Maybe it's not the Electro Dragons. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just built different. But yeah, so those all come through here, and you'll notice I'm coming down in here into the Single Inferno, into the Air Defense, into the Monolith. I'm coming in strong side, which is something you've always wanted to do with Dragons and Electro Dragons, because if you can get through the strong side, whatever you've torn apart, it'll be substantially easier to get through. So it's better to be weakened going into the weak side as opposed to being weakened going into the strong side. If that makes sense. The same thing. I'm saving a couple of Electro Dragons to figure out where I can get a lot of value from them. Since the Eagle's already down, I'm going to pop the Warden ability. And you'll see I hit an E-Dragon on either side just to get a little bit of extra funneling value to get them in there. Warden ability protect them from that Monolith and that Single Inferno a little bit. King gets in here, and I mean, I'm already at 50-60% on this base. I mean, the Electro Dragons, at least on this specific base, were just absolutely brutal. Absolutely ate them alive. There is one scatter, which would be mildly annoying, but my Electro Dragons do carry so much health in it. It was targeted on my King for a minute, it looked like. But it looks like my Electro Dragons, to no surprise, are going to have no issues taking it out. Oh, are they not going to? I do believe I remember this being a 3-star. Yeah, see, because my Royal Champion's ability just went off. I still have my Archer Queen up there with her ability. Yeah, the only thing that's going to be a problem here is going to be that level 90 Queen, which my Electro Dragons will put a lot of damage on. Won't kill her, but will make her pretty close to death. And we get another 3-star out of it. So, I mean, Electro Dragons, as much as nobody likes it, and I don't either, because I don't think it takes any skill, might be the new meta, or might be the existing meta, the continuing meta, however you want to put it. I definitely thought that that these were definitely on a downswing, but I guess not. They might be stronger than ever. So, that's just something else to be mindful of. Maybe we'll go back to anti-E-Drag bases, as strong as this feels right now. But that will do it for this episode. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I do think this is a really good attack strategy, and it's something you can really use from Town Hall 11 up. Maybe not necessarily with the Super Archers, but you can do it with Super Wizards. You can't even Super Archers at 11. It's just a little harder. This is something that you should take some time to figure out and play with the Electro Dragons. Like I said, as they get higher level, they do become worth using, it seems like. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next video, and let me know, do you guys like the E-Drag meta? Do you guys not like it? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, everybody.